What up? It's your boy T-Bear on a reaction. Today's Films Friday. So this week is poll week. The reason why I did back-to-back poll weeks because next week is Thanksgiving week, and one, it's a holiday, and two, I got a feeling that Thanksgiving kill count's gonna be next week as well too. So I'm preserving it for that. If not, I'll make up for it. Other than that, though, this was poll week though. So in way I did my poll week is that the winner of the Redemption poll will be the new entry with while re-adding Nope, who was saved from the last loser poll, and the choices were and choices were with the returning of a few two runner ups. The choices was Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, and Crypt TV series, Exorcist in Zombieland, Prom Night with Shaun the Dead, and Mousetrap with Note. As you know, Mousetrap and Winnie the Pooh was the two run ups, so I did the two lowest on each other. And the first result was Winnie the Pooh and Blood and Honey 2, and Crypt City be the winning pair. And with the majority vote of the winning pair, Winnie the Pooh 2 is today's kill count. Yay! Now, I bet the kill's probably good, but the storyline, probably like the last one, ain't gonna make no sense. Y'all know how I feel about this movie. And here's the thing. The reason why feel the way I feel about the movie, already was art, did not like, because why you turn uh, make a horror movie out of a lovable cartoon character. And this not even one of these ones where the original books were, not as peachy as the Disney adaptation. This right here, the original adaptation, the Disney adaptation was pure, but you try to turn to a horror film, was made no sense. And then on top of that, if you saw the last video, then he's trying to make. I heard about two, and he also making one for Bambi. Why? Like, what's the video that did Khan be playing this video? Why? 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 Why must you? Why? What's this obsession with ruining childhood? I mean, I'm not sure. I think he's also behind the mean one. And yes, I know the Trish wasn't a good character, but still, it's still sickening to make a horror film. And then Final Mousetraps were pretty much the same thing too. Why are we ruining childhoods? But either way, I love my fans, and I do stuff for my fans, and this is one of them. So, without further ado, here is Blood and Honey 2. Let's get it. Pray for me. Not because I'm not going to enjoy. Not because I'm gonna look away for the kill. Pray for me because I'm not sure about this. I could be wrong. We'll see. Hold up. Stop. And we ain't gonna jump no head and no. We gonna watch this thing through. We gonna watch this thing through. I'll be watch sponsors with it too. Cause I always have respect for the sponsors they have. Anyway, let's get it. Anytime. All right, hold on. I'm back. Now let's do this.
Welcome to the Kill Count, where we tally up the victims in all our favorite horror movies and show you how they were made. I'm James A. Janice, and today we're looking at Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey 2, released in 2024. The first Blood and Honey received awful reviews, which were well-deserved. I
Yes.
did not like that movie. Still, it managed to make back almost 7 times its budget, so production quickly began on a sequel with more money behind it. To say it's an improvement would be like saying American Psycho 2 was a step down.
This is unacceptable.
Pooh 2 is a better movie in every single way imaginable.
Okay.
With better effects, a better story, and way, way better acting. The first film felt like a
Okay,
generic...
cool. So I may be wrong with this one. That's probably why y'all want me to react to this. That I might get a wrong idea. I still don't like the concept of them turning this into a horror film, but as far as everything else, it might be a little better.
slasher where the killer just happened to be wearing a rubber Winnie the Pooh mask. Here, these so-called crossbreeds feel much more like the human-animal hybrids they're supposed to be. The increased budget goes a long way towards the original creature design.
Tigger! No, man! You gotta kill a Tigger! Oh, see, no.
Still don't really like this movie. I would have preferred something campy and fun.
Thank you. and he still don't like the movie. But oh, you never brought Tigger in this? Come on.
For a Winnie the Pooh horror flick, it takes itself way too seriously. I'm glad there's more of a story than just chicks in a cabin, but most of the scenes fleshing it out feel rote and pablum. In fact, there's too much familiarity all around, with a lot of similarities to recent and classic horror movies. Even if they're coincidental, it feels
Better not be killing no damn kids in this. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
stale. But there is actually plenty to enjoy.
I don't care about it. I know about it and Freddy. I understand that, but still, better not get no kills up in here. I know leaves why I let this slide because I know the story, but they better not be killing no kills up in here. I'm telling you that right now.
This time around. Chief among them, Scott Chambers, who takes over the role of Christopher Robin. He proves to be very likable and shockingly good, especially when it comes to conveying how much he's affected by social ostracism. I'd almost say he's acting like he doesn't realize what movie he's in, but he definitely does, since he also produced both Blood and Honeys under the name Scott Jeffrey. Way to go, guy. I love it when people create their own opportunities to showcase their talents. Winnie 2 is way more graphic than the first film and has some flourish to the direction by Reese Frake Waterfield, who returns to continue his twisted childhood universe. There are a bunch of Easter eggs laying the groundwork for future TCU films, and
hold on, what was that? Because remember, he's trying to do a Bambi one.
Bunch of Easter eggs laying the groundwork for
zombie. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Dude, just get some help, man, for real. Get some help. Dude, I appreciate you're doing your dream of directing movies and it's making you money, but get some help, man, for real.
Future TCU films, and if they're as good as this movie, you know what? I think it'll be alright. Now, today, in lieu of a sponsor, I want to talk about Dead Meat. We have been having a banner year with at least one kill count every single week. But Dead Meat is so much more than just kill counts. Over on Dead Meat Presents, our other channel, I host a Monday morning live stream every week that goes over horror news and Dead Meat updates. You'll hear all about the latest horror movies, games, and television series, while also hearing our company's plans for the future. Plus, it's a fun hangout sesh that gets a little silly sometimes. Dead Meat Presents is also home to the Dead Meat Podcast, Chelsea's show that I co-host, which comes out every other week. We review movies, play games, talk about horror history, sometimes do interviews. In fact, this Wednesday is an interview we did with Matthew Lillard. Holy shit! You do not want to miss that, so tune in to see it. Presents is also home to interviews we get to do with other horror folk, other series like They Talk, Production Tales from Hell, and What's Your Favorite Scary Movie, the Horror Royal Rumble every January, which is one of my favorite things that we do, and the Dead Meat Horror Awards every spring, which is probably my favorite thing we do. We've also got live streams of all varieties and plenty of other.
If I gotta find out how long they are, I might do a reaction to one of the Horror Royal Rumbles. I may. Depends on how long it is.
Other stuff, including new series we'll be launching in 2025. We also just launched our website, which has been in development for like over a year. The live stream audience knows.
How did they get that as their extension? That's pretty awesome right there.
This thing is fully custom. It was too advanced for us to use.
He's got that right.
Wix, mostly because of the movie search bar that lets you find any movie we've ever covered on Dead Meat in any capacity. That means kill count, podcast, Patreon reward, interview. Any film we've talked about can be found here. You can sort the films by decade, horror subgenre, the kinds of content it has, all sorts of things. And the website will also help you find where you can watch the movie so you can fully enjoy the related Dead Meat content. I mentioned Patreon, which is always a good way to support us. A single $1 a month gets you kill counts with all the gore unblurred and the sponsor segments removed for a more streamlined episode. $5 a month is a great deal. It gets you commentary tracks to watch alongside a movie and bonus audio-only podcast episodes where Chelsea, Gressel, and I talk about non-horror stuff. It also gets you kill counts a day early. Damn good deal. There are more rewards for $10, $20, and $50 a month, including a cameo-like personalized video from me at that top tier. So check out what we have to offer and join the Patreon family if you want to. Finally, at long last, our merchandise is back online. Show off your support in public with Dead Meat shirts and apparel featuring our logo. Even better, join the Dead Meat video crew with the black polos we wore when we covered the VHS franchise. A lot more merch is on the way, so keep an eye out for updates. We're just glad to have it back finally. We've spent 2024 building things back up after an admittedly lackluster 2022 and 2023. We hope you've noticed and are excited for the other things we have in store, because 2025 is when we break out with all kinds of new expansions. All right, now back to the Pooh. Can our public domain protagonists escape another sticky situation? Let's find out and get to the kills.
Here we go. Let's give it a go over this.
The movie begins with a quote saying not to be a homebody. Go outside, step into some poo. We get another animated prologue with more solid narration that explains the fallout from the first film.
The 100-acre massacre, as it came to be known, sent shockwaves through the quiet community of Ashdown.
Though Christopher Robin survived, he soon fell under suspicion for the murders, turning him into a Pooh Bear pariah, a little like Halloween Ends Laurie Strode.
Wow.
Still, some locals believed his tale and searched for the human-animal hybrids by burning their way across this map, which I really love. This created a sort of Pooh Bear parallel.
Unknowingly, both Christopher and Pooh were facing the same ostracism.
Damn, Pooh looking like he has an H problem. And I don't mean honey, although he also has a honey problem. With 100 Acre Wood, now 100 Acre Fire, Pooh and Piglet, who they say survived, even though I counted him as a kill, rude, sought out other friends.
Here we go again.
AKA other characters who have since entered the public domain. After that intro, we don't waste any time getting into it. We're already in a camper full of dead meat. Mia, Jamie, and Alice are having a lakeside slumber party when Alice becomes our first victim by getting stabbed through the wall with a pole. Party animals have arrived. Pooh Bear slams the door.
Hey, no, y'all did not just do the trope, the infamous trope. The black first get it first. No, the fuck y'all didn't. Damn it. Oh, you did not just do that. Dag. Come on, Pooh. Come on, Rice. Dang, man, you really had to do. You just had to do the trope, didn't you? Oh.
Jamie's hand, leaving her with some fucked up things. She's just really screwing with her vibes, man. Flipping their RV like you were a tiny home renovator. Props for actually doing this too.
Like he's
Love
Braun
stunts involving
Strowman.
real vehicles. Mia jungle gyms her way out, but Jamie gets stuck in like the saddest fire I have seen in quite some time. Damn, that's worse than Freddy's Dead, and that shit was made 33 years ago. Mia tries to escape on a golf cart decked out like that rickshaw in Monkey Man, but a bear trap roadblock stops her so Pooh can catch up. Oh, and then we get an explosion? What a flex, considering that was the first movie's big finale. Pooh uses the trap to get Mia away before curb stomping her.
Whoa!
It is brutal. He's hitting like at least an 8 on the Art the Clown sadism scale. This whole sequence is way more effective than anything in the
come
first movie.
on!
It's so much more intense and sadistic. And wow, does Pooh look better. Remember that mask from the first one? Good God. Although new Pooh does kind of
Okay, I see why y'all want me to the kills are better. Okay, so I give props. The kills a little more better. Jesus!
Stretch Armstrong wearing a muscle suit sometimes. A burnt up Jamie washes ashore just in time to see Mia kiss the bear trap and her life goodbye. Our first new crossbreed, Owl, isn't pleased with Jamie's lack of
Lord.
The
Owl?
wilted monster pecks fun at her roasted marshmallow face.
Abomination now.
He's having a hoot as he grabs a nearby log and plants it straight through her body, killing her. The whole scene's a very loud horror statement to make, all done before the movie's title card. Yeah, you get it this time, guys. We catch up with Christopher Robin in a cozy
All right,
section.
he's right. This is a little step up, especially with the kills. Because Jesus Christ, that Jesus Christ. Oh no, I'm a little disappointed that he went with the trope. He went with the damn old trope of the black folks getting first. But it goes along with what I say about that. We make it at first, but we don't get as fucked up as the rest. And you should tell by the rest of them, she didn't get as fucked up as the rest, although she did get burned alive as part of it, burned alive in that RV, but still. Anyway.
He lives in isolation with his parents Alan and Daphne and his little sister Ella.
My name is Bunny.
Oh, sorry, Bunny. Guess that little girl's already reading Mona Awad. Ella Bunny's built a scary berry to protect her family from Pooh and pals. She used a teddy that belonged to Christopher's twin brother Billy, who went missing several years ago. You know, every time one of these scenes with Christopher Robin starts to feel sappy or slow, Scott Chambers makes it worth it with his acting. He's got a cute relationship with his on-screen sister.
I might be like a little bit weird.
Big bit.
Big bit? Really?
You are.
Chambers took over the role of Christopher at director Reese Frake Waterfield's request, and he does a great job. Christopher's only mates are his childhood friends Finn and Lexi, the latter of whom he's got a little crush on. He's hesitant to get too close though, since being in his orbit makes them targets for 100-acre truthers. The cops don't have time to help deal with this petty vandalism. They're too busy investigating the camper casualties. One of them is played by Philip Fillmar, last seen on the kill count as the Wig Man in Sweeney Todd. While they try to figure out what's happening, a trio of locals set off to go a monster hunting in the woods. Wow, look at all these magic hour shots. That's great for them. Owl sees them and brings the news back to a treehouse hidey hole where he convinces their head Pumbaa to go on the offensive. He argues they can't just hide and trust men to stay away.
Never trust them ever again.
Yo, what? Now you got Piglet talking? That's just weird, man. It makes him feel more like just like a guy, you know? I dig having Owl as a mouthpiece, though, played by Marcus Massey, who was in the first film sans makeup as Colt. Actors Ryan Oliva and Eddie McKenzie take over the roles of Pooh and Piglet, respectively. They all seem to really get into their characters.
Well, Owl is the wise one.
Piglet was always one of my favourite characters, so it's a dream come true to play the little porky chap.
With their upgraded budget,
In case you weren't on my face, I'm a little disturbed to know that I'm a little disturbed, especially with the owl. I'm a little disturbed. You saw what owl looked like in the Winnie the Pooh series. Nothing like that, and nothing like that at all.
filmmakers hired Sean Harrison and Paula Ann Booker Harrison to do effects.
You got me with the
Their
kills,
company,
but
the
I'm
Prosthetic
still
Studios,
disturbed.
has worked on the likes of Harry Potter and Star Wars. They did a full redesign of the characters and carried out a higher level of prosthetic work. Great work all around. Way to improve. The Pooh crew makes moves on the shotgun-toting vigilantes. One dude, Shepard, goes to check out a noise, allowing his buddies to get attacked by Piglet. The group's leader, Daryl, manages to disarm the hog before fuck off. Oh, shit! Dude just blew Piglet's head off. And I guess I'll count it as a kill again? Even though, like, how can I trust you anymore, movie?
Yeah,
The
can we?
gunshot distracts Shepard long enough to receive a baseball bat beat.
Damn.
Then Pooh slits the Shep to shell him out to the count. As long as he doesn't sits up the chick. Pooh Bear attacks the other two, setting off Daryl's shotgun in his buddy's face. He then steals the boomstick and shoves it straight out
Oh!
the top of his head. The crossbreeds depart, but they're one kill graphic short, since the third guy, Aaron, is still alive. He manages to march his half face to a clearing before collapsing. The next morning, Christopher's working his job as a nurse at the local hospital.
This gives me like a sharp little
Woo!
scratch.
Yeah, the kills are a little better.
No, you're gonna be good. You're gonna be good, okay?
He's great with the kids, but that doesn't matter according to his boss.
We've had complaints.
About me.
And with all this stuff that's happened around the horror film that's come out.
The what now? Yep, in the world of this movie, the first Blood and Honey is an in-universe film based on Christopher's testimony. Chambers compared it to the Stab movies within the Scream franchise.
Isn't this movie about your boyfriend?
Yes, but it's all lies.
I actually think this is brilliant. It explains why he's played by a new actor and why the crossbreeds look so different. It keeps what happened in the first movie mostly canon, but explains away its shittiness by saying what we saw was a schlocky adaptation. The hospital doesn't want the negative PR, so Christopher gets fired and given his traditional creepy severance stare. Man, what the heck is with that janitor? Go find out what color Miss Lippy's car is, dude. On Chris's way out, the injured hunters wheeled in. Christopher recognizes Aaron as an old schoolmate. Not sure how, given half his face looks like a Stouffer's lasagna. But since Aaron didn't die, let's find someone who will. Sure, a father bird watching with his son. Yeah, that works. The kid catches an eyeful of evil owl and scurries off while the dad is snatched like he were a
Come here!
Later see the crossbreeds littering his limbs into the river. Some of them look like they were made in Blender, but I will hand it to them. This overhead shot is pretty cool. Christopher returns to therapy to talk through recent events. Though it's not spelled out in the movie, his therapist is Mary Darling,
Christ.
mother of Wendy Darling, the character from Peter
Wow.
Pan. Actress Teresa Banham is set to reprise the role in Peter Pan's Neverland Nightmare.
Now, the only reason I'm not too mad about this because I heard how bad the original story was of Peter Pan. But still! Get some damn help, dude.
Which Chambers wrote and directed. Good for him. Mary tells Christopher to explore his unconscious mind so he can learn the truth about Pooh. She uses metronome hypnotism to delve into his repressed memories, where we learn that Pooh actually looked like... Oh my god, that's what he looked like? Okay, I fucking love this Pooh. Why does he kind of look like Squidbillies? Young Pooh, which sounds like the name of a rapper from 2006, was played by Peter D'Souza Feoni, who had already been in another horror film. He was in The Pope's Exorcist as the kid who gets possessed.
Fucking Christ!
Turns out Christopher's stupid kid brain rose tinted the grisly details and made all these memories happy. Then he goes a layer deeper and remembers the birthday party that his brother Billy disappeared from. After running into the woods together, Christopher saw his brother getting kidnapped in a van? Wait, are you serious, dude? We're doing full-on Five Nights here? This seems like a blatant Raglan ripoff, especially since they named another character Freddy.
Babysitting that little shit Freddy the next couple nights.
But in my interview with the filmmakers, they swore it was a coincidence.
With Five Nights at Freddy's, I
was literally, when I saw the whole kid backstory, and I was like, oh no.
Blood and Honey 2 filmed in early September, a full month before FNAF came out in October. So, as unlikely as it may seem, I'm inclined to believe them. Christopher talks about his recovered memory with his parents that night, who mentioned several other kidnappings happened around the same time. To investigate, Chris hits up a fake search engine named after Pooh author A.A. Milne and scrolls past a teaser for the upcoming Bambi the Reckoning. He finds a report on Dr. Arthur Gallup, a geneticist who disappeared.
I'm gonna say it one more time. He's probably already put in post-production now, but dude, get some help, man. For real. Please get some help.
After his home mysteriously burnt down. With all this info in his head, he's kept awake all night by bed flashes. It's almost like we hear the secrets that he keeps when he's tossing in his sleep. Elsewhere, the cops enter a tree like they were trying to get to the Upside Down. They finally found the Crossbreed's dingy den / Build-A-Dude workstation, which includes a decapitated head amongst the honeypots. A side door unlocks, revealing at least 4 more bodies hanging from the ceiling like this were Halloween Horror Nights. This room's been locked for most of the movie, and now we get to see why.
Fuck it, let's bounce.
That's my line.
It's Tigger, who slashes his way through 2 of the bobbies before running the last one down off screen. Blood and Honey 2 had 10 times the budget of the original, but considering the first film only cost £20,000, that's still not a lot. It was indie to the bone, man, with Frank Waterfield and...
You know what? I'm gonna let it go. A lot of tropes, a lot of horror tropes in here. I'm not feeling.
Chambers wearing a lot more hats than they planned. This ranged from Frank Waterfield playing Tigger's hands for B-Unit close-ups to Chambers having to take care of wardrobe when their set designer / costumer dropped out 3 days before production began.
I was sat in a cafe until fuck knows what time, doing 150 Ravers costumes.
No matter this movie's shortcomings, the important thing is how much these guys cared. The first movie was conveyor belt slop, one of 30 to 40 films they made within a single year. They took this sequel a lot more seriously and used their bigger budget to hire people to help.
You can't direct a film every 2 months
and
be as
they cared
invested
more,
in the
but
script,
still.
All of the different areas.
Mr.
To
Frank,
write the script, they brought in Matt Leslie, who wrote Summer of '84. They had a frank conversation about the first movie's flaws, with Frank Waterfield reaching out to horror fans for specific feedback.
Reese had really spent his time taking all the information in from the first film, like feedback from fans and just people from all these different websites doing polls, because he really was like, I just want to make a film that people are going to love. It's just like, for the people.
Christopher visits Aaron in the hospital, who can't speak through his bandages, but lets Chris know he was right about the abominations. Christopher tries to get more out of him, but instead, Aaron unwraps his head to show off his 2009 Deadpool face. You know, that time when he was the merc without a mouth. It's almost as upsetting as that janitor who keeps spying on him. Chris realizes the creepstodian is the man he saw kidnapping his brother, but he vanishes before he can chase him down. Meanwhile, Finn is taking a shower when he hears a noise outside. He wanders into his Euphoria-looking courtyard where he's jump scared by Owl, who tackles him to the ground. The bird upchucks it ain't baby bird food. It's acid that his face. The kill is capped off with a 2-table stab and an artsy shower head shot that lasts, you know,
I was looking
a bit too long.
I was looking, but
still. And watches the janitor punch out of his shift. He follows him back to his room with a view where he confronts him about the kidnappings. The janitor, whose name is Cavendish, reveals he was hired to kidnap the children to pay off his gambling debts.
I never knew what he wanted them, but at that time, I didn't care.
He was napping them kids for Dr. Arthur Gallup, who used them in his secret experiments.
Combining human and animal.
So his twin might be one of the hybrids, where you call them the one of the Pooh characters. Humanoids. Oh my god.
Animal DNA.
Gallup ultimately hid his crimes by killing the kids in 100 Acre Woods. When Cavendish saw what he'd done, he killed Gallup and burned his house down. Lots of murder being described here, but since it mostly happened off screen to characters we never met, I won't be adding them to the count. The only one I will add is Christopher's brother Billy, since we did see that little guy in a flashback. Cavendish buried the kid corpses, but came back later to find the graves empty. 6 feet of dirt couldn't keep the crossbreeds down. The guy's been waiting for his reckoning ever since, so he hastens his ending in a way we're not allowed to talk about here on YouTube. Ain't that great? Boy, I love babyfying our videos about horror movies.
Damn.
Actor Simon Callow had previously appeared
I thought that was
Chambers
him
in 2023's Dr. Jekyll. He shot all of his scenes in a single day, which is insane considering he had multiple locations. Christopher scours over Gallup's notes and recordings, which
I
are
thought that was
accompanied by
that guy.
animation as the doctor perfected his hybrid hypothesis.
Wow, here you go. I'm I don't recognize him.
The tapes also reveal that crossbreeds can regenerate
Crossbreeds.
due to axolotl DNA. All right, shout out to axolotls. Dr.
That's-
Gallup is voiced by
That explain why Piglet survived.
Twin Davies, who did the opening narration for the first film. Across town, Lexi is being a cool babysitter,
No.
like Vicky from Halloween 2018. Her charge tonight is Freddy, a horror movie obsessed little shit. Kids running around like Jason in a Freddy sweater.
It's like a horror version of Home Alone.
Nah, that's better watch out. Winnie 2, you're more
Yo.
like a, I don't know, sentimental terrifier? In any case, this kid's place is decked out with Pennywise clowns and, wait, is that Blade from Puppet Master? Or the Babadook? Oh, no, it's a jar of poison. That's lame. As is often the case, the babysitter hears a bump in the night. They hide in their Conjuring 2 tent and use their Peninsula RV to see what's going on. Oh wait, yeah, I never got to do the Peninsula
Wow.
episode. Damn you, copyright! They see that someone's tracked Pooh into the house, and he marches upstairs to do some damage. Lexi and Freddy manage to juke him and escape out front where the cops are already waiting. Oh yeah, Freddy's granddad is the officer from the RV
Oh,
site.
wow.
It's all coming together, folks! The cops split up to search the house, but one officer gets hit with an ursine blindside. He proceeds to tear off her arm and beat her to death with it, ultimately stabbing her through the mouth with the arm bone. Wow, that kill is money, honey. Lexi calls Christopher to warn him that Pooh Bear's back, so he races off to protect his family. But Pooh's already at his house, somehow, where Daphne's doing dishes while Alan and Bunny have a little crafting
They
set.
wanna kill his parents.
Alan is played by Alec Newman, who voiced protagonist Kaz in the horror game Still Wakes the Deep. Chelsea and I played through that whole ass thing on Dead Meat Presents. Check it out.
Now jump.
Oh, damn it, the blade! Fucking Christ!
Jesus.
Daphne's loading the dishwasher like Stitches.
Oh, no, she wanna get Chucky!
Pooh Bear's here to Chucky her on
Damn!
blades. He stabs the knives in further and then slams the mom down off screen. I love how inventive they got to make this moment work.
Interesting, isn't it?
Alan leaves to investigate the noise, but when he doesn't come back, Bunny goes downstairs and encounters the big man himself. Christopher
You better
arrives
not.
and rushes inside.
You better
and he
not.
discovers his parents' bodies in the kitchen, revealed through traumatic flashes. More prompts to Scott Chambers here, who fucking goes for it in every scene. Chris checks upstairs for Bunny, but finds her missing, since she's been kidnapped by Pooh Bear. Huh, kinda like how Golden Freddy took Mike's sister.
You better-
Now Pooh's stalking
Y'all better not, as I'm gonna say.
a scantily clad warehouse rave with Owl. It's being thrown by Chris's childhood friends Ava and Kara, who disinvited him earlier due to his status as a maybe murderer. This rave's got lots of people bouncing around and feeling the glow like Naomi. It's also got a bunch of topless chicks, yet is somehow not really sexy at all. That's hard to do. Also, this scene is flashy as shit for the entire duration. So, sorry, epileptics, you're just not allowed to watch this part, I guess. Pooh shows up and murders his first raver with a pole through the mouth. The dude's bunny playmate tries to escape in slow-mo, giving us a 2-second summary of the entire film.
Violence.
Pooh chases her down and traps her.
Ow!
Yanks it clean.
Come here!
Oh, and then
Whoa!
slams it into a cloud of gore? Alright, Pooh Bear.
No lie, okay, no lie, that kill was pretty cool right there. But I definitely had to come in because the way he yanked her with the bear trap.
Respect. Pooh proceeds to slaughter more party but we don't see any bodies to count yet. That'll be a problem for later. Ava and some ravers get chased into a dead end. Huh, we're kind of doing Texas Chainsaw 2022 here now, aren't we? They're cornered by the ultimate bouncer.
Hello, everyone.
It's Tigger, whose face looks too similar to Pooh's for my liking, but at least he's wearing a straitjacket.
But you just had to horrify my favorite character of the Winnie Pooh series, man. Damn you, Rice, man. I'm telling you again, seek some help.
That helps differentiate him. He bounces around and begins his massacre by slashing one guy's throat before leaving another one's guts on the ground. One neon lady gets decapitated in shadow, while a fourth feathered victim is plucked to death. Chris hears police chatter about the murders and heads to the rave with Cavendish's gun. He gets to the warehouse and steps inside to find, shit, is it later already? All right, hang on. We counted, I think, 23 bodies here, all victims of Pooh Bear's earlier rampage. Pooh's keeping the count going too, with Kara and her friends in this flickering hallway. He pulls a Megan and goes quadrupedal so he can werewolf run the ravers down, then kills 2 with a spiked baseball bat.
Damn.
Another girl trips and falls, leaving her open to a squishy head. Back with Ava's group, Tigger's messing with one girl who's been blinded via ocular excavation.
Better watch where you go, bitch.
Oh yeah, Tigger loves to say bitch.
I scary terror. First you horrified my boy Tigger. Now you got trying to be a Freddy a Freddy Krueger / Scary Terry hybrid, yo. Come on, man.
Come here, you fluorescent bitch.
It's another place where this movie straddles the line between ripoff and homage. After all, Chucky's never shied away from that word, and it's basically half of Freddy's vocab. No, not that one. That one.
Yes.
The comparison grows more apt when Tigger drags his nails along the railing. In fact, all the abominations were meant to evoke classic killers. Winnie is the Jason Michael type, strong and silent, while Owl is more like the sadistic, loquacious Pinhead. Piglet, meanwhile, is more like Leatherface. Which makes me feel even worse for his short shafty. Sweet boy. Anyway, the blind bunny can't see where she's going, so Tigger leads her to an open trap door, where she bonks her way down to death. I fucking love the way that dummy fell. That was fucking great. Ava tries to climb to freedom and spots Tigger below another partygoer. He stabs the raver through the floor grate and grabs her by the dog leash. It's an homage to Paris Hilton's floor stabbing in 2005's House of Wax. Tigger repeatedly stabs her from below, giving him a refreshingly warm blood shower. Tigger wasn't featured in the first movie since he wasn't introduced until the second volume of Winnie the Pooh stories. That book only entered the public domain in January 2024, which freed the tiger to come aboard the sequel as a full-fledged killer. He's played here by actor Louis Santer in a mostly practical suit, with the exception of his CG tail. Christopher searches the warehouse and comes across 4 more bodies in a bathroom stall. It wasn't me. He enters the main room, sounding like he's stuck on a toilet of his own. He gets jump-scared Rex style when Ava is tossed down from above. It gives Tigger a chance to sneak up on him, but Christopher responds by shooting his little tiger tongue. Ava tries to help out, but she's finished off with a slash. Chris is blinded by the blood spray and wastes the rest of his bullets as Tigger escapes from the scene and the movie. Chris runs off to look for Pooh Bear, who's currently killing another partygoer with a face punch. Kara and the surviving ravers tried to hide from Pooh, but one idiot hops into an industrial furnace like he were trying to find a sawtooth syringe.
Dumbass!
Just about as well as you'd expect, since Pooh winds up being the home to scientist. Now we're doing tool stuff, I guess.
Oh, come on.
That gets brains all over the bit. Then he pins another chick down and severs her head with a hacksaw. He ditches tool time faster than Pamela Anderson when he kills Kara by ripping her head off with his bare hands. Pooh Bear grabs a nearby chain.
He did the homegirl. He pulled a homegirl from what's Friday the 13th 6. Dang.
And heads out for a showdown and all right, I guess we're in the woods now. Christopher confronts Pooh. Where is my...
Okay, these crossbees, I feel like these crossbees are a little racist. Let me stop. I'll play.
But in response, Pooh attacks him with a chainsaw. What? Oh, a mother flaming chainsaw. What? The Mandy-style burning blade kicks off some minivan.
Wow.
Christopher only narrowly escapes. Lexi is all of a sudden here since she's been tracking Christopher's location. Talk about...
So I will admit that this is actually a little better, and I'm actually intrigued with it. You know, I'm still disturbed about it, but I'm actually intrigued with this one, though.
Of privacy. There's another layer of stalking, too, since she's been getting tracked by Owl.
I can see.
Oh, shit.
The big bird flies away, and, well, he never comes back. Yeah, I don't know where he goes. He just kind of fucks off for the ending, I guess. Chris is chased through the woods by Pooh, who's doing his best Leatherface impression. He manages to corner Chris, but stops short when he sees a nearby open grave. It's where Cavendish buried the murdered children, and a symbolic standoff finally confirms the twist you probably guessed by now. Pooh Bear is Billy. That's
brother.
He's Billy.
He's Billy. Yep.
Yeah, Billy.
Yep.
You know, Christopher's brother. Chris tries to appeal to his twin's human nature, but there's no going back for him. Christopher saved last minute by Lexi, who takes a piglet back ride on Pooh. He tries to force Lex onto his still running chainsaw, but Chris interrupts with the axe he just found. As he charges, Pooh says his final and only words: "You left." Wait, dude, fuck yeah! That's literally exactly what I asked for last time. You have him say one thing this whole movie, and it's not, oh bother, it's you left? Man, I take it all back. This movie is actually perfect. Christopher cleaves Pooh Billy's head in half, and the bloody bear falls back into his old grave. Lex comforts the grieving Christopher and leads him out of the woods. They run into some approaching cops, who happen to have found Bunny. That's convenient. Brother and sister reunite, and the movie ends as the trio's taken back home in the squad car. A mid-credits scene reveals Owl has collected Pooh and Piglet's bodies and taken them back to their forest hideout. Using some regenerative honey, Owl plans on growing his buddies back for the sequel.
We'll all be back. For you, Christopher Robin.
Those sequels and crossovers are hinted at in the credits, where we see Rabbit, Pinocchio, and Peter Pan. They even take a group...
Pinocchio? I'm gonna tell you, dude, seriously, Rice, get some help.
Fruit Pick and Sleepy Hollow. Wait, except for Piglet? What, did they make him take the picture? Oh, little guy really gets shafted in these movies. Did Pooh 2 prove too cruel for the residents of Ashdown?
Woo!
Let's find out and bounce to the numbers. 66 people died in Blood and Honey 2, with the victims consisting of 26 males, 33
And
females,
a lot of ones that can go for the golden chainsaw.
and 7 unknown thanks to the Rave and those body bags. This is a massive increase in kills compared to the original, and ties it number-wise with a single other kill count, Jordan Peele's Us. With a runtime of 100 minutes, Winnie 2 had a kill on average every 1.52 minutes. I'll give the golden chainsaw for coolest kill to the blinded raver girl who fell through the trap door. There are bloodier kills, obviously, but I love the physics and sound effects of that dummy hitting the railing. Double percentage for lamest kill will go to Alan, who was killed off screen with a body flashed by too fast for us to really see. And that's it. Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey 2 was released in 2024, and just like the original, turned a massive profit. This time, I'll say, good for them. Until next time, I'm James A. Janice. This has been The Kill Count.
On the next Kill Count. 1 year ago, during the forgotten weird era of dead meat, Zoran Gavoyich did the first ever comic book kill count for
I'm
Freddy versus Jason versus Ash.
I guess it's true what they say. There are no original ideas left.
And James told him if it ever got over 1 million views, he would cover the sequel.
Yeah, fuck.
This week, figure out a way to read Freddy vs. Jason vs. Ash, the Nightmare Warriors. Then on the Friday before Election Day, witness Freddy's bid for president with the kill count, only on Dead Meat.
And there ain't a thing any of you can do to stop me.
Freddy vs. Jason vs. Ash, the Nightmare Warriors, can be purchased from the pictured online retailers. Dead Meat always recommends you read the comic before its kill count. It's the only way to have your own properly informed opinion. Kill counts are never meant to replace the experience of reading the comic.
Thanks so much for watching this kill count for Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey 2. This is it. This is the end of October. The end of 2 kill counts a week. I'm sorry for you.
Okay, there you have it, though. So, I did it, but I actually don't regret it. I mean, the kills was pretty cool. The kills was awesome. And the story was actually pretty interesting. But, Mr. Rice, fake Waterfield. You need to go get some help, dog. For real. That's all I'm gonna say. Cause the fact this is my opinion. You need to get some help, dude. I'm jokingly saying that, but at the same time, what's up your obsession with ruining his childhood? Well, other than that, though, this was an interesting kill count as well too. Just, Key, slow down on the childhood ruining. All right, I'm makes me wonder what was on with what went on with your childhood, dog. For real. Other than that, shout out to Jake Dead Meat all the time. Next week, if it is out, and I think it is, because I did. It is because I kind of took a look at. I skimmed through the end of Frankenhooker. Yeah, interesting one right there. And see, I think it is it. So, other than that. If you like my reaction, like, share, subscribe my YouTube channel. I don't know if it's going to come on Thanksgiving Day or Friday. Either way, depends on what day is released. I will react to the day of or the day after. Depends. Other than that, it's your boy T-Bear signing off. Rice, seek some help. Please stop. Anyway, I'm not going to tell somebody how to do these jobs. It's all good. But at the same time, I'm like thinking just to get some help, dude. Because, I mean, the ruin of the horrifying ruin of the childhood is getting out of hand these days. But anyway, it's your boy T-Bear signing off. One love.